So I am going to be doing recaps of American Horror Story Season 6. I missed the first episode. Actually, I didn't miss the first episode, but I didn't like my recap, so that's why I didn't do the first episode. But tonight, the second episode is coming on. And what I'm going to do, because I have a tendency to forget shit that happened if I do it the next day, I'm going to recap it as I'm watching it. So like during the commercial breaks, I will come and give my recap of what I just saw. I'm not so far a fan of this season, to be honest, because it's just, I don't know, the format is weird. I know that they're in the 6th season, so they had to like change it up and do something different, but girl, what is this reenactment shit? And just the whole Roanoke, it's just a weird choice to me personally. But yeah, so this is going to be my recap of season 6 episode 2. So yeah, let's just do this thing. So they picked up from last week when Shelby ran off into the woods or whatnot, and she ran up on, I don't even know what, they were like punishing somebody. So all of there's like these pilgrim looking ass people who were punishing somebody who was trying to steal apparently, and they put a pig head on him and then burned him at the stake or some shit. And then they saw Shelby in the woods and were like, seize her. She ran off, and Angela Bassett's character, whose name is Lee, like Shelby ran out into the road. Lee almost hit her. They put her in the hospital. She talking about pig people and fucking human sacrifice. So of course they think that she's on drugs or something. So Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character, whose name is Matt, comes up to the hospital talking about, we're gonna find somewhere else to leave. And now Shelby, who last week wanted to leave, is talking about, we're not gonna let these mountain men run us out of our place, and it was an elaborate hoax. Girl, whatever you say. I still don't understand finding a house in the middle of the woods and living in it, but girl, whatever. So Lee done brought her daughter, which, girl, what? Why? I know that you are in a custody battle, but you probably shouldn't be bringing your child to like the devil house. So she brings the child, she goes to get lunch for them, comes back, child, and then moved off. She hear her talking, ask her who she talking to, and she talking about my friend Priscilla. Then she started talking about how Priscilla gonna give her a bonnet like hers if they help her stop the blood. Girl, what? Why are y'all still in this house? Then she hears like a vase break or some shit and finds a bonnet. Like, girl, what are y'all doing? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Shelby and Cuba Gooding Jr. Decided that they're gonna stick it out and, you know, not leave like people with good sense. So in the middle of the night, Shelby hears a noise and decides that she gonna go confront these people that she think are just the neighbors. So she and Cuba Gooding Jr., which is Matt, goes out and ends up getting lost in the woods and end up coming up to this fucking fire with meat that's probably human beings hanging on it. Cuba Gooding Jr. knock it down, and they call the police, and the police come. They really not concerned still. Tell them that they're gonna put a squad car out front, and they gonna look for the neighbors because they are so sure that it's these neighbors pranking them. Then Cuba Gooding Jr. gets up in the middle of the night because he hears the phone ringing. Hears somebody saying, please don't, realizes that the phone is not plugged into the wall. And then he sees this scene that I'm assuming is ghost or a vision, whatever the fuck, of these two bitches in nursing uniforms and an old lady in the bed. And the old lady says she don't want to take her medicine because it makes her ill. One of them says she talking back. The other one said, I believe so. And then she just picks up a gun and blows the old lady's brains out. Why are y'all still in this house? When I tell you, I don't understand why these folks are still in this damn house. Lee daughter. So, side note, Lee is married to Otis from the Temptation movie. I just realized that. He come to pick the daughter up. She hiding. They find her in a little closet talking to herself again when they ask her. She's still talking about some little imaginary friend named Priscilla. And she said she was trying to give Priscilla her doll so that she wouldn't kill them. She said she gonna kill us all and they gonna save me for last. Why are y'all still in this house? So of course Otis take the child because Otis is not here for it, and Otis is the only one that seemed like he got some sense, so he take the child. Lee fall off the wagon because Lee got a drug and alcohol problem, so she upset because her daughter gone. Cuba Gooding Jr. went out and got the police officer when he saw the two bitches kill the old lady, and of course wasn't nothing there when the police came in. And then he was putting Lee down because she, you know, got 3 sheets to the wind drunk, and Shelby calls him and asks him if he can see this creepy ass lady standing off in the distance, and he can. So when they go out there to see if she's still there, of course she's not, but then they find a fucking, what are those, not bomb shelter, storm shelter type deal where it's got stairs that go down, and of course I'm sure they finna go down them because why not? And meanwhile, Lee in the house, still drunk, but seeing things that she's, I'm sure, gonna attribute to the fact that she's drunk. She see the 2 bitches that killed the old lady. She also sees what I think was a pig man and maybe some pigtails hanging. God, why are they in this house still? Why are they still in this fucking house? Like, what does it take? Because let me tell you something. First of all, I would have never moved into a house in the middle of nowhere. And particularly if I had moved into a house in the middle of nowhere and I would have did anything, the first thing, I would have been gone. Talking about they don't want to waste their money. Well, waste your lives. See how that work out for you. Waste your lives. So of course they did go down in the cellar because I told y'all they're going to go down in the cellar. So they go down in the cellar. They find a living space and a videotape. So they get the videotape and they watch it. The man that lived there before was a professor who was doing an expose or writing a book about murder. A true crime book about these 2 nurses, which are the 2 white bitches that Cuba Gooding Jr. saw, who opened up a nursing home just so that they could murder people, and they chose people by the letters of their first name so that they could spell out murder. But before they could get to the R, something happened. So on the wall is written Murday because the R is missing. Cuba Gooding Jr. realizes that this story is what he saw in his vision, and goes and peels off the wallpaper, and of course Murday is written there. And then somebody throws a butcher knife into the door with blood on it, and these motherfuckers are still in this house. They're still in this house because common sense apparently don't live here. It doesn't live here. Girl, Angela Bassett then stole the child from Otis and brings her back. Now, let me just say this. I ain't got no kids. I don't. If I had a child and I was living in a ghost house and my child told me out of her own mouth that she felt like we were all going to die and they were going to save her for last, I probably wouldn't go get her and bring her back to the house. Just me, though. Obviously, Angela Bassett feels a little bit differently. So she goes and gets the girl. The girl's in there doing her homework. Leaves the girl by herself. She's in there doing her homework. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Shelby, which is Sarah Paulson, are talking to her, trying to explain to her why she needs to take care or let the dad come and get her and blah, blah, blah. So either the dad calls Shelby or Shelby calls the dad, Otis, and he's supposed to be coming to get the child. Well, Angela Bassett goes to say goodbye to her, and the girl is gone. Now, we see where the girl looks out the window and she sees Priscilla waving for her to come on over. Is she a kid? So she goes. And they go out. Right. Angela Bassett realizes that she's missing. Sees the door open. They go out into the woods looking for her. And they find her little yellow sweater up in the tree. Like the tallest tree I've ever seen in my life. There's no way she got it up there. So that's how this week's episode is. Let me just say this. This could end so quickly if they would just leave the house. They did contact the bank because they felt like they didn't tell them everything as far as, you know, the nurses murdering people in the house, and they feel like because they weren't aware of that, they should be able to get their money back. The bank feels like they didn't do their due diligence, which they didn't. Like, if you go out in the middle of the woods and you auction on a house, or bid on a house, not auction on a house, you bid on a house, the only other people who are trying to get it is a bunch of like fucking Duck Dynasty looking dudes, that's your fault, because something should have let your spirit know that that wasn't the move that you needed to make. I don't understand. I don't understand all these white decisions that Cuba Gooding Jr. and Angela Bassett are making, because I feel like realistically we would have left. We wouldn't still be there. I wouldn't still be there. Let me just say that. I wouldn't still be there. I would have been and left. But that was the end of this episode. It's still a weird format, but I just want to see when the fuck they're gonna finally leave this house. So I'm probably gonna keep watching. For as long as I watch, I will do these recaps. And I don't know, let me tell you something. Because of this and shit like the Sixth Sense and all of these things, hide and seek, when I have a kid, they're not allowed to have an imaginary friend, because it seems like these imaginary friends don't be very imaginary, and I just don't have time. You're not finna be talking to Priscilla, you're not finna be talking to Charlie, you're not finna be seeing dead people. We not gonna have that in this house. So my kids will not be allowed to have imaginary friends, because I ain't got time to die. I just don't. But girl, whatever. Is that it? That's it. So until my next video, later loves. Boy.